Hey there everyone, Kurtzing here with a Master League battle video. It wasn't until this afternoon that I happened to see a very brief clip of Home Slice Henry's latest video that said Rhyperior and Yveltal are core. I didn't know that. I haven't really noticed that. I haven't been seeing teams like that. Anyways, I have Yveltal and Rhyperior and Ho-Ho. So Yveltal with Sucker Punch is pretty cool. It works really well. It's powerful. And then I picked Rhyperior and Ho-Ho to go with it. Ho-Ho is, I just really like it. It resists a lot of fairy and any grass moves, stuff like that. And then Rhyperior is good with, I wanted to kind of give it a try just with Mudslap, see what it was like. Energy generation, Rock Wrecker, and Breaking Swipe is always good. So yeah, so I've got both their shields here in this battle, and it's kinda, I don't really want to bring either of these Pokemon in. I was really hoping to get rid of the Gyarados there with my Yveltal. So I will shield up that Aqua Tail, and I'm trying to Mudslap down. I do manage to. So now shields are gone both sides, and they bring in a Dragonite. And my first thought was like, well, that's a little bit weird to bring in to a Rhyperior with energy. Boom! Almost one-shots. Almost. So I do switch in and catch what I thought might be a superpower. It is just a Dragon Claw. I just wanted to make sure that they didn't superpower me and take me out for no reason. So now I'm going to go for Sacred Fire here. Two reasons. One, hopefully drop their attack and do a little bit of damage, but then not like super debuff myself if they happen to throw a Sky Attack before I get to another move. They have not thrown yet, and I did get the attack drop, so I said, why not? I'll throw the Brave Bird, and there we go. Take them out. Okay, so right into the next match here, Yveltal into Rayquaza. Decent matchup. Yveltal doesn't really do like super effective damage with any of the moves, but it hits hard enough. You can see Sucker Punch is keeping up with the Dragon Tail. So there they throw a Breaking Swipe. I'm gonna go for the Oblivion Wing here, and this should do a fair amount of damage if it connects. And they do let it go, and it actually takes the Rayquaza out. So now in the back they've got a Ho-Ho. I managed to make another Oblivion Wing, so this is going to pressure a shield, or it will take a decent chunk of damage. They decide to let it go, so that's interesting. Bring in my Rhyperior here, and I feel like it doesn't matter what they throw, Sacred Fire or Brave Bird, I can comfortably live, which I do. And then they got Necrozma in the back, and it took me a Mudslap or two, and I was like, wait a second, I've got my Ho-Oh in the back, what am I doing here? There's no point in doing this. Let's just switch. And they gave up the match. Yveltal into Dragonite. Again, relatively decent. Dragonite could hit for super effective with the superpower, so I do kind of want to respect that a little bit. Let it go here, and did about half health from half health, so a quarter of health. I like how I said that you want to respect it, and then I let it go. I kind of half expected that that's what they were going to do, but I was like, I kind of want to see how much damage it is gonna do, so I know, right, for future. And at this point, I'm just gonna let this move go through. I do live though, so I switched out, and then there for a second it looked like they weren't attacking, and I realized, oh wait, no they are. They just don't really move when they attack. So Body Slam here, not gonna, tickles, like almost no damage. They do manage to make another one though, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Let this go through. So now, pretty much even, because I'm down to like no health on my Yveltal, but I think I have a move. And I got rid of one of their Pokemon. So Dragonite comes back in, shield up the Sacred Fire, and they get the dropped attack. So I'm gonna go for the Brave Bird here. They decided to double shield. And there I was a little annoyed. I came in and instantly died, so I didn't get to throw a move at all. However, what it did do was it reset my defense drop on my Ho-Ho. So if nothing else, that was worth it to be able to switch out there. So here I do shield up that superpower. I'm gonna go for a Raw Cracker here just before they get to a Psy Strike. And it actually does way more damage than I thought that it was going to. I did not expect it to do that much. So I'm gonna eat the Psy Strike here, and then I believe I might slap down. Yes, I do. Going for a Breaking Swipe here. Connects and does a decent amount, but they still live here, and they get to a move just before I'm able to farm them down with an Incinerate. Dragon Claw, I do shield that up. Oh, and that won the game. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so Tapu Bulu into Yveltal. Bad matchup for me. However, they switch right away. I mean, Oblivion Wing would hit for super effective damage, but their Nature's Madness would do a lot of damage to me as well. The dark and fairy typing. So there, I managed to throw an Oblivion Wing, and now I switch into Rhyperior. Again, similar to a battle or two ago. It doesn't really matter what they throw. Brave Bird from this, what is that, the Apex? Shadow or something like that. It does a lot of damage. So I do shield up the next one here. I'm gonna try to bait with Breaking Swipe, hoping to get their shield here. They let it go and it takes them out. Oh, but you know, yeah, never mind, they Brave Bird. So now Tapu Bulu comes back in, and we're gonna go for a Rock Wrecker. This should do a lot of damage if it connects. So they do shield that up. And here, I'm okay getting taken out. I don't like that I'm giving them lots of energy. However, I do still have a shield and a full health Ho-Ho here. So it doesn't really matter what they throw. Nature's Madness is gonna do very little. And that's what they do throw. Unfortunately, that drops my defense. So they go for another Nature's Madness. And then they've got their own Yveltal in the back. So I'm going to go for a Brave Bird here and then likely dip out. But they let it go, so that helps me a lot. I still have a shield. So I feel like I should be able to live whatever this move is. Just barely. I get farmed down, but they've got just enough health that I can get an Incinerate, which gets me one more move closer to Brave Bird, and this should take out the, oh, what is that? Tapu Bulu. So that's another good game there. Into the next match. Hydreigon into my Yveltal, and I think this is a relatively decent matchup for Yveltal. Dark Pulse or Oblivion Wing. I think Oblivion Wing is the way to go. And it connects and does a decent amount, so I'm happy with that. You can see their Sucker Punch is saying not very effective. So I don't think Dark Pulse would do that much. And there you see they use a Brutal Swing, and it barely does anything. Another brutal swing coming through. Very little energy or health here. Gonna go for an Oblivion Wing. They did throw an Incinerate though, so is that Incinerate gonna take me out? No, I lived that one and they get one more, so that's a little bit unfortunate that they get that amount of energy. Rhyperior comes back in, or it comes in, and obviously try to go for the Rock Cracker here. They Earthquake! I did not expect an Earthquake. Every once in a while, a Ho-Ho user is running Earthquake. I never expect it. It's always the Sacred Fire Brave Bird. Well played by my opponent there. Like I say, was not expecting that. I'm gonna shield this up though, because I think I'm one away from the Rock Cracker or something like that, and they switch back into Hydreigon, and so I answer with Ho-Ho. They bring Ho-Ho back in, and now I think I go for the Sacred Fire here. I'm not gonna take them out though, but I think, if I remember correctly, I felt like, okay, it's not going to take them out. I'm going to throw just before they throw. And I got the attack drop, which was nice. So did they. But then that allowed me to farm them down. And then whatever they had, they just gave up. So that was a good 5-0 set. A lot of fun. Kind of a cool team to play with. I'm sure that there are holes in it and other Pokemon that will absolutely destroy it. But as of right now, I'm having fun. Doing some climbing with it. So thanks for watching. Let me know how you guys are all doing out there with your battles. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hit rank 17 after these battles.